good people. Thank you for tuning in for another video with Dr. Eternal Fortune. Thank you for tuning in to the Dr. Eternal Fortune show. Um, One of the things I want to do first and foremost is appreciate you for tuning in to the show. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your comments and your dialogue. I definitely appreciate you. So let me ask you a question. What are you doing to make your neighborhood a better place? What value are you adding to the neighborhood? I remember when I was a little girl in Alabama, and my grandmother, she knew all the neighbors, and if any one of us get in trouble, it took a village. My grandmother would hear about that trouble even way before we get home. Even if we had a victorious day, my grandmother would still hear about that victorious day way before we even got home. And there goes the power of a good neighbor. You have to create the type of environment in your immediate environment that you can add value to. So I hear a lot of people complaining about their neighborhoods. This not going right. That's not going right. But I want to ask you, and I want you to really honestly ask yourself, what are you doing to add great value to the neighborhood? So one of the things I do is I shout out to my good neighbor. I mean, I got a really, really dynamic, great, good neighbor. Good neighbor is just like living in the younger days, just like living in the younger days. Let me say it that way. But shout out to a good neighbor. I'm talking about, people that really have your back if you have to go take vacations, if you need a listening ear, just really have a good smile for you, a good word, thank you, I appreciate you. Those type of words. Shout out to a good neighbor. The other day, my good neighbor, she goes all these parties, and invited me to a party that was designed to create vision boards. So it was a vision board party. So dynamic. I felt great appreciation that I was connected to a good neighbor so that I can be exposed to those type of value creation events. So I want you to ask yourself, instead of complaining about your neighborhood, what are you doing to add the greatest value to your neighborhood? What are you doing? Are you speaking to people? Are you just genuinely speaking to people? What type of value, when people in your neighborhood see you, do they want to see you going or do they want to see you coming? So that type of way, what type of actions, value creation actions, do you provide in your own neighborhood? Because the neighborhood watch start with you. The neighborhood health start with you. The neighborhood values start with you. So think about that. Just ponder that. And then make actions to create a valuable neighborhood. Somewhere that you can enjoy and take comfort in raising your future generation. And if it's not like how you want it to be, make some efforts to change the dynamic of that. Make the world, make the neighborhood a better place when you moved in than when you wasn't there. Let the environment see that. Ooh, this environment is a better place now that Dr. Eternal Fortune has moved in this environment. Allow your neighbors to see that. Take part in value creation dialogues instead of doing the 227 sitting in the porch gossiping about people. You ain't heard it from me, but add great value to the neighborhood. Add great value to the neighborhood. Shout out to Good Neighbor. I remember one time Good Neighbor did a party, invited the youth in the neighborhood, and they had picture day. This was a great opportunity for all the youth to get together and just really enjoy a kid-friendly movie. The second thing that my good neighbor did on her birthday, she used all her birthday money to go out and feed the homeless and invited people in the neighborhood to go out and take that value creation action with her. So it was people from all walks of life engaging in that type of peace and value activity. So that's all I want to say. Instead of complaining, think about what can you do to add value to your neighborhood. Because guess what? Your neighborhood reflects you. When people come visit your house, they don't say, oh, that's Joe Blow neighborhood. No, they come to visit your neighborhood. So what are you doing to create the greatest value, to leave the greatest impressions on your visitors in that neighborhood? So thank you so much for listening. I definitely appreciate you. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. And let's continue these dialogues. Live life like you feel like and add the greatest value to your neighborhood. Thank you so much. I definitely appreciate you.